All right, so we're learning, this is our fifth segment. Okay, the good news is it's not quite as complicated as the other ones. This is the mid segment, so we're gonna learn about what a mid segment is. And there's a theorem attached to it, but again, not quite as complicated as the others. All right, so the mid segment by definition, and this is the mid segment in a triangle because there's more than one mid segment, but a mid segment in a triangle connects the midpoints of two sides of the triangle. Every triangle has three, and it forms what they call a mid-segment triangle. They are not concurrent like the other ones. They don't all meet at the same point. They actually form a smaller shaped triangle. So if M is the midpoint of AB, and P is the midpoint of BC, and N is the midpoint of AC, then each of these are mid-segments. And again, they would also form a triangle. Yep.
So why do they choose the letters M, P, and N?
I don't know. I knew. The mid-segment theorem says that the segment connecting the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, aka the mid-segment, is parallel to the third side and half as long as that side. Okay. So in this case, like only one of the mid-segments is given this time, and it is DC or DE. If DE is the mid-segment, and I would know it's the mid-segment because it's hitting those two midpoints, then DE is parallel to AC, and it would be half its length. So you'll see this done in two ways. It will either give you DE, and you'll double it to get to AC, or it will give you AC, and you'll cut it in half to get to DE. That's pretty much it. Yeah. It does, but by definition, it's just one. Like a mid-segment is a mid-segment. It's the three mid-segments that make the triangle. You just don't need all three.
Oh, DE.
Correct.
Yeah, so like wait, does that apply for every type of triangle?
Yes. So like if I connected the midpoints here and I put a point there, like if this was the midpoint, then this segment, let's call this DF. DF would be parallel to BC, and it would be half its length. So example 1 says triangles are used for strength in roof trusses. Oh, those lines should be over the UV and the VW. In the diagram, UV and VW are mid-segments of triangle RST. Find UV and RS. So if it says it will get, again, either say it here that it's the mid-segment, or it will be marked on your triangle, the midpoints. If this is the mid-segment, this is a mid-segment. This is a mid-segment. And it gives you, the first one it asks for is UV. How do I find the length of UV, Nick?
You have to because you.
Good. This one, UV, would be parallel to RT and half its length. So UV is 45. And then it wants RS. So RS has a relationship with which side? Or which segment? Yeah. Sorry. Jonathan. Because UV is the mid-segment, right? So it's parallel to the side it's not intersecting. Right? It intersects at U and it intersects at V. So it's parallel to the side it doesn't intersect. Which means VW, right, is going to be parallel to RS. And this time, I'm trying to find RS, which is the longer one, which means I take the 57, good, and double it. Yeah.
How do you know it's exactly double again?
Because I just, in the last theorem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the theorem says it's parallel, and the mid-segment's half the length of the side. Questions? Okay, this should be a chart. The lines didn't carry over, so just kind of. What? So the questions run left to right. Like A is one question, B is one question, C is one question. Okay. So separate them out. You might want to like duplicate that triangle if you want to not have to erase and rewrite, but each time you could just erase and rewrite. So for A, it says AB, which is this whole side, is 12. BC, which is this whole side, is 14. And AC, which is this whole side, is 18. So ST is here. ST would be the mid-segment that intersects that, like the right side and the bottom side, which means it's parallel to what? ST is parallel to AC, and it would be what relationship to that measurement of 18? Other way around, right? Half. So ST is half 18, which means ST is 9. Then it wants RT. RT would be half of which side? AB. So half of 12 is good. And then RS would be half of which side? CB, which means half of 14 or good. Okay, B, new question. Now it gives me BC is 15. AC is 22. And RT is 10.
So AB is 20?
So AB would be double that. Yep, AB would be 20. ST is 1/2 of which one?
RS is 7.5.
Well, ST is 1/2 of what? 22. So ST is 11. And RS is 1/2 of which one? 15, which makes it
7.5.
good. Or 7.5. You could put either one. Correct. Yep, it's the third side. Yep.
I don't get why AB is 20.
Because this time they gave you the mid-segment. The mid-segment is, which is 10, was right? RT is 10. The mid-segment is half the length of the whole side. So if you're given the mid-segment and you want the side, you're going to double it. If you're given the side and you want the mid-segment, you're going to cut it in half. You're welcome. All right, and the last one. Now AB is 10.
So RT.
Hold, please, hold. ST is 9. And RS is 7.8.
So I have an answer.
To which part?
RT.
Okay, so RT would be what?
RT would be 5.
Good,
AB
because
is 10.
good.
Obviously.
What's BC?
15.6.
Good, because you doubled 7.8. And what color did I use? Yellow. AC 18, because we doubled the 9. Yep.
Wait, what are the second and third layers?
What do you mean?
It's just
You
different
can see.
numbers.
Oh, like 14 was to 15, we multiply that by
Sorry, say that again.
I'm really trying to say, I don't know what the answer is.
It's just different numbers.
Where they are or what they are?
No, he doesn't get like why A, B, and C, why they're all different numbers, right?
Yeah.
Well, because
This is one question.
It's different questions.
This is a second question.
Yeah.
This is a third question. Yeah. You got to read it horizontally. God bless you. All right, then we bring the algebra in. So using triangle GHJ, where A, B, and C are the midpoints. So that's how it's giving the information this time. It doesn't say, like, remember, it could say they're mid-segments. It could say they intersect the midpoints, or you could see it from your drawing that the segments are marked as congruent. So if GH is 7x minus 1, and BC is 4x minus 3, how do I solve? Well, I have to solve for x. It wants you to get GH eventually, but how do I solve for x? And there's more than one way. So Kumar, do one.
So you multiply BC, the equation all by 2.
So you're doing 2 times BC equals GH. Yes? 2 times 4x minus 3 equals 7x minus 1. We'll come back and solve that. But yes. What's the other way? Yeah.
You can half the
I could 1/2 GH equals to BC. So it would be 1/2 7x minus 1 equals 4x minus 3. I'd obviously recommend the multiplying by 2. You guys are better at doubling something than you are than cutting it in half. Okay? especially when you see fractions and you tend to freak out. So I would go this one, but you could do either. Distribute here, so 8x minus 6 equals 7x minus 1. Subtract the 7x. X minus 6 equals negative 1. Add the 6. And x is 5. Am I done?
No.
Nope, because it's asking for GH. Plug it back in. 7 times 5 minus 1, 35, minus 1, 34. Easy stuff, right?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Put it down.
Rude. Questions?